Hello everyone, my name is Sheila and I am the founder of Financial Wellness Center, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank each of you for being an amazing member of Single and Save this far. Earlier on today we shared a poster on that I will be going live to share with us on how you can break bad money habits, as today it's Financial Friday. I think it's yesterday we had a talk with our very able admin, Miss Akelo, and we had a discussion, and I was requesting if I could do just one session with all of us on Financial Friday, which is today, to discuss on the ways you can break bad money habits as a person, as an individual, or as a family. That is, if you have a child, if you're a single mother or a single father, or if you are the breadwinner of your family. So before we start right away, I would like to request you to invite as many people as possible, because we agreed that this year we are taking everything. We are not being gullible or ignorant. We are becoming more equipped as a single person, and one way you can become equipped is by getting knowledge, getting the necessary knowledge and applying it. So tag your friends, tag as many people as possible. Also, if you have your crush right here, ensure you tag him or her. We are focused on building families that are under a Christian foundation, and of course families that will impact generations. And one way you can build a family that is impactful to generations is by learning on various kingdom financial principles. So before we can start right away, I'll give us like 2 minutes, then keep on tagging your friends, keep on inviting as many people as possible, as we shall be sharing on how you can break bad money habits. So I can see Kivaya Vincent, you have joined us, and we really I really appreciate your presence. Helen Nina, it's so good to see you, lady. I really appreciate you. Let's keep inviting people. I'll just give us some ample time so that we can all get to learn. As our admins always say, singlehood is not a disease. It's actually an opportunity for you to build your character, become that person you desire to see in your partner. So one way you can become is you need to acquire financial education. So tag as many people as possible. We are about to start off. Remember, the topic is how to break bad money habits. So in case you missed out on the poster that we shared earlier on in the day, just like to let you know that it's breaking bad money habits. A lot of us, we have very, very interesting money habits, and sadly they've been a hindrance to us. They've been a hindrance to us achieving our financial goals. They've led us into financial messes that might take us some years to get off, and it is terrible. But the good thing is that as a financial educator, not just a financial educator, but as a passionate financial educator, I am here to help you and help us learn on what bad money habits are and how you can break them. So tag your friends, invite as many people as possible. remember, if you run alone, you will win. But if you run with somebody else, with your friends, with your girls club, with your boys club, with your church mates, with your group mates, you will create an impact. So let's keep inviting. Let's get started. Personally, I am super excited, and I'm so happy to see most of you are joining in. I can see, oh sorry, my camera just started moving. Kevin Kigani is saying, yes, First Lady, I hope you've invited your friends. And of course, we said, if you have a crush, let him or her be present here. Tag him or her. You know, good friends empower others. So be that good friend. We all want good friends, but we don't want to be one of them. So be that good friend. Tag that crush, tag that friend, tag everyone that you believe they need to understand what are bad money habits they could be doing right now and how they can break them. Sly Sylvia, I love your teeth. Wow, thank you so much. I really appreciate that comment. Beatrice, you're saying you're tuned in. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate your presence as one of our most able moderator. Thank you for all you do, and may God really bless you for all the work you put in to see the group is functioning smoothly. Diana, you were saying present. Good to see you, Diana. Charlie, you're saying you're following. Thank you so much for following as well. Tag your friends. Invite as many people as possible as we are just about to start. Remember, the topic for today is how to break bad money habits. I'm sorry to say, as the body of Christ, we have really done well when it comes to spiritual matters. We have preached how to break altars. We have preached how to, become more closer to God. We've preached on spirituality. We've done a good job, but we are failing when it comes to teaching our congregation, teaching fellow Christians on the kingdom financial principles. Remember, God wants you to be an excellent steward. He wants to give you all the good things. Remember that verse in Jeremiah 29? That He knows your future, to give you hope, to give you prosperity. So God cannot say He will give you a prosperity then fail on it. But we are the ones who fail by not knowing the kingdom financial principles we need to be applying. Maybe there is that habit you're doing, but you do not know it could be leading you to financial lack. So today is the day. Let's keep on tagging. Gaudi Wanyonyi, hello to Gereso Kelvin, you are following. Kevin Kigani, yes, I do mark you present. Akelo Oliech, thank you so much, Miss Akelo. You are such a formidable woman. Thank you so much for giving me this platform and many others such a great platform to inspire, encourage, and grow each other. Hillary, you are saying Nakuona, please ensure your comments are in English. That is one of the group's policy, because we are a multinational, I hope that's right, group. We have people from different nationalities. So if you speak in Swahili, to be honest, they'll not understand what you're saying. So let's maintain our comments to be in English. Betty Peters, hello too. Yes, thank you so much, Miss Akelo. How to break bad money habits. Exactly, God wants us to become excellent stewards, and we become excellent stewards by learning on the kingdom financial principles. So keep on tagging your friends. Honestly, there are various ways you can give back to society, and one way we can give back to our community is by inspiring others and teaching others what we know they may not be knowing. And that is why Sheila, me as Sheila, a representative of Financial Wellness Center. I'm here to do that today. And as I said, the topic will be breaking bad money habits. So I hope we are all now set. Again, remember to grab your pen and paper if you prefer writing down, or if you have a digital notebook, start opening it, because you need to note down these things so that you can remember. You can stick them somewhere so you can keep on, remembering. Remember, knowledge applied is power. Knowledge applied is power. If you get knowledge and you do not apply it, it becomes powerless. So the knowledge I'm going to share here is hot off from heaven and it will be very important for you to ensure you note it somewhere and you apply it so that it can become powerful and transform your lives, your generations, and for those around you. So what are money habits? Money habits are the daily things we do that concern money. Money habits are those things that you do daily that need you to use money. So example, if you daily buy milk, if you daily have to buy bundles, if every day you have to buy grocery, if whatever you do every day using money, or where you need to transact with money, that one we classify it as a habit. So every day you could be buying, you could be, doing anything you do with money. That is like a habit. So a habit is something you do. It could be daily, once in a month, monthly, whichever way. But it's something, it's a transaction you constantly do using money. So I will start with the most bad money habits that most of us have done or are still doing. Then after stating these habits, I will now give us solutions, because that is what I do. I bring solutions. I make it happen by the empowerment of the Holy Spirit. So number one mistake that most of us do is waiting to save. And I'll actually add on that, waiting to save and invest. That is one of the bad money habits a lot of us commit. So you are here, let's say you've earned a salary or you've earned income from your business at the end of the month. You have paid your tithe, because that is the first thing you need to do with your income. Now, after you've paid your tithe, the next thing you need to do, you need to save, pay yourself. You need to pay yourself through saving and then investing. Now, most of the single people, we really overlook on this aspect. We are always waiting to save. So what do? Once you get your income, you've paid your tithe, and thank you so much to all those that are faithful in their tithes. Trust me, when it comes to kingdom financial principles, tithe is one of the most important principle you need to obey. Maybe I might look for a day to just teach us on what the mystery about tithing and financial abundance or prosperity. But today we'll say, once you've got money, your income, you've paid your tithe, what do we do next? We start paying that rent, paying that electricity bill, sending money to our loved ones, doing charity. We do all those things. Then we say, I will save after that. So you've gotten money, you've paid your tithe, you immediately jump into paying your house rent, paying your bills, buying that, how do I say it? In Swahili you would say kupigia mwili pole, but it's like telling your body sorry, direct translation. But we do all other stuff that we need to do with money, then we say that we will pay ourselves last, or we will save last. So if you get money on 31st of every month, you pay your tithe, then you go directly to paying your bills and all that, and supporting other people. You say that we'll save on 30th of the following month, or the 15th of the following month. Now, while you are waiting to save, the thing is, you will not manage to save at all, because saving is one of the things that most people overlook, yet it is very critical. You cannot invest if you are not a good saver, because you need to save money so that you can invest. So don't wait to save. If you can, if you are in business, you're getting money every day, every month, whichever way, every week, at least put aside some percentage and make sure you save it fast before committing to other things. Now, another thing, and now this is specifically for us single people, because this is a single and save page. We've had people saying that I'm waiting until I get my partner so that I can start saving. I'm waiting till I get married so that I can start investing. Please, that is a wrong mindset to keep. If you want to be that Ephesians 5 kingdom man, if you want to be that Proverbs 31 kingdom queen or woman, you need to start saving right now and investing. Let your king, let your queen find you already in the process. Then you can both join what you've made. So for those ladies who chill and all you do is just to wait to get married to start saving, today is a bad day. You have to change that mentality. Start saving now. Start investing now. Start equipping yourself. To you gentlemen that you are here and you're like, I'm waiting until I get my wife so that I start saving and investing, please start doing it. Let your wife find you in the process. So to break, that is the first bad money habit a lot of us have, waiting to save. The second one is paying for convenience. This is something else. A lot of us, we like to, we are kind of lazy. Let me just say we are kind of lazy. Yet, things like, if you are a single person and you have time, I don't see why you should be paying someone to do laundry for you. I don't see why you should be paying someone to come wash your dishes. I don't see why you should be taking your clothes to the dry cleaner just to for them to iron for you. You have time. Stop paying for conveniences. I understand at times we could be very busy. Trust me, we could be very busy and our time could be limited. Then, as in such an instance, you will need to pay for convenience. When time is of value to you, example, you're this person who travels every now and then, maybe because of your kind of business or job, then in that case, for sure, you need to hire somebody to do your laundry. You need to take your clothes to dry cleaning. But if you have, let's say you don't go to work on Saturday and Sunday, I don't see why you shouldn't be washing your clothes. Hello, you're a single person. I don't see why you should hire somebody to come wash your utensils. That is like you're paying for convenience, and that is a bad money habit, because this money, you could put it into use and do something better. I know most of you will be like, now you want us to reduce employment to the people who do that. Trust me, you can use that money to create a business, that a more better business that can employ that same person that you call to do your laundry work. Another thing, some of you, honestly, you are single and you're paying for home delivery, yet the restaurant is just 2 kilometers from your apartment. You should be walking to there. So why would you pay for delivery and the restaurant or the shop is 1 kilometer away from you, or 500 meters from you? Why don't you walk, get in the shop or in the restaurant, buy that food and bring it home? Easy, right? That is one of the bad money habits a lot of us are doing, paying for convenience, paying for certain premium services that you don't really need. This one, maybe I can give us an example of something like maybe a TV channel. Let's say you're paying for, let's say, a decoder. You're paying for 50 channels, yet you can get 25 important channels for free. Honestly, what time do you have to watch 50 channels? Seriously. But if there is a specific channel you really watch, especially like for me, I like channels that air business and money news, I will pay for that. But if you're going to pay for 50 channels just to follow a soap opera, honestly, that is a bad money habit you are doing. The third bad money habit is having a head in the sand mentality. I know this is a hot one. Having a head in the sand mentality means living in full ignorance. You know, as an individual, I'm going to customize this message, really reflect on single people, because we are all single here, I assume. It's very sad for you as a single person to live in ignorance. What kind of books are you reading? How are you empowering yourself? Don't assume that your husband will do it for you. Don't assume that your parents is going to be handling financial situations for you. Another thing is that most of us keep on hoping that things will sort themselves out. Hello, it's time to face the reality. A lot of us, we don't even check our bank statements. If you have a credit card, if you have a bank account, you don't check your bank statements. You just hope that money will keep on being there and will keep on swiping your debit card, or you'll keep on swiping that credit card. But the thing is, you need to start being financially literate. You need to start moving from that mentality that things will sort themselves, hope will come. You know, especially the body of Christ, I'm sorry to say this, but we are missing out on one very important aspect. We pray for financial breakthrough, but no matter how much you pray and don't put in the work, we'll continue praying year in, year out, and there will be no financial breakthrough. If we keep on just hoping for the best and, you know, encouraging ourselves, and we are not educating ourselves on the financial principles that we need to apply, we'll keep on experiencing financial breakdowns. A good example is that you pray God, like, God, open this door for me. Then God opens a door for you. Maybe it's a job, or it's a business, or it's a contract. Then you get, all of a sudden you get money. Now, since you did not acquire financial literacy, what did you do? Once you get the money, what you do is spending. You don't know anything about saving. You don't know anything about investing. Honestly, God will take away that breakthrough. Trust me. Because God doesn't want people who don't know how to manage. Remember, your first assignment as an individual in the world is being a steward to what God has provided us. So God, you've prayed God to give you a job. He's given you the job. You're getting an income. instead of you learning on the financial principles you need to apply when using this money, you are the person who, you YOLO. Trust me, it's just a matter of time you'll start experiencing some financial breakdown. So that is one of the bad money habits. Head in sand mentality. Gain knowledge, gain understanding, gain wisdom, and put everything into use. Stop assuming that there will be hope. Having hope is important, but being prepared, being knowledgeable is more important, because it converts our hope into faith and into action. Remember, faith without action is dead. Another bad money habit most people do is ignoring small fees that are unnecessary. Have you ever checked your bank statement and realized that, let's say you have a bank statement for 3 months and you realize that every month they are deducting $5, but what do you tell yourself? It's only $5, it's okay. Now, this is the thing. Most of these small fees keep on recurring, especially to bills that come on that keep on recurring. And since you think it's a small fee, you overlook at it. But for example, if your bank is charging you $5 every month for nothing, at the end of 6 months, 5 times 6 is $30. You may say that amount is little, but trust me, if that $30 is added to $970, it becomes $1, right? If that 30 shilling is added to 970 Kenya shilling, it becomes 1,000 Kenyan shilling, and you'll be able to invest in something. So don't ignore the small fees. That is one of the bad habits most of us do. We ignore the small fees and think like it's okay, but think on it, have a perspective. Like if you go to a shop and you see the price tag of something is 1,000 shillings or dollars or whichever currency you have, if you give the shopkeeper 999, they'll tell you no, we need 1,000. Now you see, that's where the difference of that $1 makes sense. If you view it in such a perspective, trust me, these small fees will be very important to you. Look at them, check your statements, check your receipts, check your bills. If there is any fee you are not understanding where it is coming from or why you're being charged for it, ask the person billing to you, why am I seeing this fee? Even if it's $1, ask them, because remember, if right now you want to buy anything, as I said, if the price tag is 50, if you go with 49, they'll not give you. So why would you ignore your own small fees? That is one money habit we need, most of us have. And another money habit most of us do have is assuming a credit card as an emergency fund, especially those who are abroad and we have easy access to credit cards. I'd just like to highlight to us, a credit card is not an emergency. It's not an emergency fund. Remember, an emergency fund is an amount of money set aside for emergency occurrences. So for example, if you woke up today and you find that your shower head is not working, or if you are driving to work and your car breaks down, what will you do? You need money to fix it. Or if you want to boil some water in your kitchen and your kettle has broken down immediately, you need to replace it. So that is an emergency fund. It's something you don't plan for. That is an emergency. Having an emergency fund means you have some money set aside to cater for such emergencies. And the thing is, we can never avoid emergencies. No, you can't avoid emergencies. You can't say that, okay, tomorrow I'm planning my car will break down. No, you can't plan it. You can't plan that tomorrow my kettle will break down in the kitchen, or tomorrow my phone will fall down and break. No, you can't plan for that. But you can set aside some amount of money to cater for such an occurrence. Nobody planned that we'll have coronavirus pandemic running for almost 6 months now, but it happened. To those who did not have an emergency fund, trust me, I know they are now going through a very tough moment. So emergency fund is where you set aside an amount of money that caters emergencies. Now, the problem comes in when we take a credit card and assume it to be our emergency fund backup plan. Another one thing you need to know is that an emergency fund, it's a sum of money that you put in an account that is easily accessible. Emergency funds needs to be in cash form, something you can easily access, something that you will not be charged for accessing it, something that you will not be charged an interest rate just because you've used it. So it's important for you to keep your emergency fund in savings accounts that are able to earn you interest, even if it's 2%, but can easily be accessed. Now, when you assume a credit card to be your emergency fund, the mistake you are doing is that, remember, for a credit card, anytime you are spending on it, there is an equivalent interest rate that is being charged on it. So at the end of the day, you could find that you spent $100 in your credit card, but what you will pay is like $130. So you're going to pay a fee of $30 to use $100. Yet, if you could have kept the same $100 in a savings account or in your piggy bank, when you want to use it, you just take it and use, right? Without being charged the $30. So one of the bad money habits a lot of us have is assuming a credit card to be our emergency fund. Credit cards are not to be for that. Credit cards are to be used as normal accounts, but not as a source of emergency fund because of the interest rate will be charged. I think we have 2 more. The other bad money habit is outsourcing responsibility. Now, your financial future is your personal responsibility and not somebody else's. Most of us have put our financial future on our parents, on our spouses to be, and this is where the mentality or ideology of I want to be married to a rich man, I want to be married to a rich woman comes from. That means there is a habit, like people are outsourcing their responsibility to other people. So you are seated there, you're not doing anything, you're not putting yourself into use because you're waiting to be married to a rich man, you're waiting to marry a rich woman. That is one of the worst financial habits or mentality you can have. Another one is, actually I just remembered, some of us, we are here waiting for our parents to die so that we can take over the properties they made. No, that is a bad mentality to have. As an individual, it's important for you to take up responsibility. Teach yourself on financial principles. Acquire ideas. Don't wait for your husband or wife to be your financial breakthrough. Like, how will God bring favor to you when you have 0? Remember, God loves to multiply. He actually told us to go and multiply. But you cannot multiply 0, even in a mathematics class. If you attended a mathematics class, every time we did 1 times 0 equals to 0. The same. God cannot multiply 0, please. He can't multiply 0. You have to have something. If I have 1 mango and I go and plant it in my garden, after some time it will germinate to become a mango tree and I'll get maybe 10 more mangoes. God has multiplied it. If I have $100 and I go and put it in a savings account that gives me an interest, at the end of the month I might be having $150, or at the end of the year I might be having $130. So God has multiplied the 100 to become $130. So let us stop outsourcing financial responsibility. Stop having the mentality that your husband or your wife will be your financial breakthrough. No. And God cannot multiply zero. So if you bring zero to him, he will not multiply it. Remember the law of multiplication. 1 times 0 is 0. Bring nothing, get nothing. So let's focus on that. Become more financially empowered. Get yourself some value. Be an asset. Be an asset even in the kingdom of God. Honestly, we need to be we need to show to the other people that we just don't pray, but we also know the law of prosperity. And one way of gaining prosperity is understanding the law of multiplication. The last one, the last money habits a lot of us have or do is spending money to impress others. This one, I will touch on it. It has affected a lot of people, and in my field of work, I've counseled a lot of people, and I've interacted with a lot of my clients that come to me, and you find that the person really doesn't have a financial problem. The person has a social media problem. So the person wants to impress people on social media. They want to live a lifestyle that they cannot afford. I have met somebody who, when you check their social media, you are like, this person is living their life. Like everything is top notch. But in real life, when I'm engaging with this person, I realize that the person is in $20,000 debts of a credit card, with no saving, no investment, just depending on one job. Of course, it will take time for this person to pay off a $20,000 credit card debt. It will take time. But this person, since they want to look flamboyant on Instagram, on Facebook, on Snapchat, they'd rather borrow to look good. And social media has really amplified this. We see a lot of people getting into debt, going to borrow money just to buy things they don't need, just to dine in a restaurant they can't afford, for the purpose of posting a picture to impress others. Some have even seen they go to an extent of doing funny things just to showcase to your exes that you are doing well. Honestly, at the end of the day, you are the only one who is going to pay that debt. You are the only one who is going to lack food, yet you have a designer cloth that you bought that you don't even wear every day. So spending money to impress others is is our last money habit that most of us have been caught in, especially in this social media era. Now I'll take a break so that we before we get to the last part, which is how can I break these money habits. I know most of us, from all the things that I've said, you may have spotted yourself in one of them. So we are going to talk on how can you save yourself from it. How can you break such a habit? So for the break, I'm going to read some of your comments. And again, please keep your questions coming. I will try my best to at least answer maybe 3 questions. So keep on writing your questions. Keep on giving us your feedback. Ocheng Abongo, your comment has really been highlighted. You're saying savers are losers. The fact that interest rates on savings today are so abysmally low only makes matters worse. Now, let me tell you something. and to many others that are thinking the same. You become a loser when you're saving without a goal. The essence of saving is not just to put money in account, but you need to save for investing. Yeah, I agree with you. Usually most savings accounts do have very minimal interest rates. But, for example, if I'm going to save with the goal of investing, I might decide that I will save for 3 months. Then that money, I go and invest in a stock market, I go and invest in real estate, I go and invest in mutual funds. So saving should not be your end goal. Investing should be your end goal. Because most of the investment tools are the ones that are able to give you higher interest rate and are able to generate a continuous flow of income. So saving without just saving, it's not a good thing, and I believe that is why Ochieng said they are losers. They are not losers. The thing is, they do not know why they are saving. So saving with a goal of investing should be your purpose. Don't save because everyone has told you to save. You need to save to invest. Remember, the money sequence is usually earn, save, invest. That is the sequence. Earn, save, invest. I'll take another comment. Let's say, okay. Someone is saying, Betty Peters is saying, we need to be assets even in the kingdom of God. Very true. Remember, God made us stewards. If you read, I think it's the book of Genesis chapter 2. If you read it, there's a place like God created Adam and put him in a Garden of Eden to take care and till the land. So he made him an asset to his kingdom. So why not you? If you are a child of God, it's important for you to be an asset. And how you can become an asset is not just being overly spiritual, but you should also be an asset in the real world, in the financial world, in the arts world, in the family world. Be an asset. Be valuable. We cannot pray 24 hours, then sleep hungry. No, that is not God. So let's become asset. If in your community, look around, what can you do? How can you help somebody? Let's become assets. Let's stop this mentality that church people are poor, church people just don't like to work. No. Church people like to work and they like to become assets because that is what God created them to be. So we go to the second part of our live session, which is how to break bad money habits. I'll start by saying we've seen the bad money habits a lot of us have found ourselves in. Now, the first thing you need to understand is that it's okay to need money. It's okay to want money. It's okay to look for money. But what is not okay is having the love of money or worshiping money. A lot of us, we love money. If you don't have money today, you become sick. Other people, you find they tell you, I'm depressed. And you're like, why are you depressed? I don't have money. That clearly tells you this person has a deep love for money. Remember, the Bible tells us money is the root of all evil. In that context, it means the love for money is the root of all evil. Because if you love money, if you don't have money, what will you do? You'll get depressed, then you'll start thinking of evil things to do to get money. Remember, we are stewards of money, but you don't allow money to control us. It's okay to need money, it's okay to look for money, but don't allow it to control you. Instead, control it. Remember the saying, money is an excellent servant but a bad master. So one way you can break bad money habits is by understanding that money is your servant. Try your best to make sure you make it your servant instead of your master. That way you won't find yourself, having to, buy things that you don't need, getting depressed when you don't have money, because you learn how to make it your servant. One way you can make money your servant is by learning on ways to make money work for you, through investing, through doing proper businesses or creating proper business systems that you can earn from. Remember, even in writing, if you're good at writing, you can copyright your work and people pay you to use it. So let's learn on the ways we can make money our servant instead of making it our master. Once you learn that art, you'll find yourself certain bad money habits will automatically have to leave, because we'll be having control over it. The second way we can break bad money habits is by accepting who we are. Trust me, young lady, you better put on that $50 dress and walk comfortably with no one asking you, when will you pay me, than wearing a $500 dress, yet somebody is constantly asking you, when are you going to pay this money? So accept yourself. Enjoy the place you are right now. Nobody died because of not posting on social media, right? Nobody died because of not posting that glamorous look on social media. The same way you walk into a supermarket and you see something and you are like, I really want it, but when you check the price, you can't afford it. Do you cry? No. You move on. You walk out of the supermarket if you cannot afford it. The same should apply in our lives. Let's be honest. Let's be real. If you cannot afford it, don't borrow to have it. I usually say the goal should be to be rich, not to look rich. Let your goal be, let me be rich and not look rich. It doesn't make any sense. I am looking rich, but in real sense, I am poor. I am looking rich, in real sense, I am dying of hunger. I am looking rich, in real sense, I am suffering from poverty. It doesn't make sense. So let's accept ourselves. Accept where you are. If you cannot afford that iPhone, it's okay. It's okay to have that other phone. It's okay to have a normal kabambe phone. It's okay to have what you have right now, because that is what you need. The other way you can break bad money habits is by making savings automatically. Then you set a time period where you can take that saving into investing. Now, saving is easier said than done. Trust me. I've been there. I've had clients who've been there, and I understand saving is easier said than done. So how do we get to undo this? How do we get to stop waiting to save? How do we get to stop waiting to invest? Make it automatic. If you have a bank account, immediately money gets in your bank, whether it's from salary, a business, a contract deal, gift from your friend or your family. Make a standing order that a certain percentage needs to be deducted and put to your saving account. You could talk with your bank and tell them, you know what, I want you, for every money that comes in my account, deduct 5% and channel it directly to my saving account. That way you'll be able to save automatically, because you'll not be getting the whole amount of money. Remember, money is so for the lack of a better word, but every time you get $100, you will immediately start finding 100 expenses you need to spend money on. Have you ever wondered why is it that when you don't have money, you are able to survive with what you have, but once you get money, everything becomes like, I need this, I need that, that is the thing. So ensure you have an automatic saving system. Once you have an automatic saving system, now it's time for you to sit down and say, I will be saving for 6 months. Then on the 7th month, within this 6 months, I'm checking on what I can invest in. Now at the end of the 6th month, I go withdraw the saving and take it to my investment instrument. So if I'm planning to, let's say, invest in money market funds, what will I do? I will contact my bank to help me save from January to June. Then in July, I will go and withdraw that money from that saving account and take it to money market funds as an investment. So make it automatic. If you do not have a bank account, now this is where you need what we call discipline. Be disciplined. Remember, this is your future. Stop banking your future on your husband or your wife. This is your future. Start, if you're paid daily, ensure every day, whatever amount you're paid, set aside a percentage you will be saving. If you are in Kenya and you have an access to M-Pesa, make use of M-Shwari lock saving account. Every time people pay you via M-Pesa or you get money via M-Pesa, deduct if it's 10% and take it directly to your lock saving account. Let's embrace the saving culture. Once we embrace the saving culture, we now move to investing culture. That will be able to break the bad money habit of waiting to save. The other way to break bad money habit is by coming up with a no spend day and a spending limit per week or per month. So you can choose. You have 7 days in a week. Honestly, it's not okay to keep on spending every day for 7 days. At least create one day in a week where you say, this day, come rain, come sunshine, except if it is an emergency, I'm not spending on anything. With time, you'll find yourself that you're building a habit whereby you'll find that the things you thought you could not live without, you can live without. Example, if you're so used to drinking Coca-Cola every day, you can say, every Wednesday, I'm not going to drink Coca-Cola, so I'm not going to buy Coca-Cola. So that way you are saying, I'm not going to spend every Wednesday Coca-Cola, and this money, I'm going to channel it to something else. Remember, saving without a goal is the same as zero. Don't save just to see money looking at you. Save because you want to invest in something to multiply that money. It doesn't make sense to have $1 million in a bank account lying there, yet you could use that, you could multiply that money through investing. The last thing is take, every time you see something good, take 24 hours to think about it before you buy it. And this is for the ladies especially. We are impulse purchasers. We are impulse buyers. You see that good shoe, you want to go for it. You see that nice dress, you want to go for it. And it's okay. It's okay to sorry for that. It's okay to want to, it's okay to desire something, but to help you stop buying things you don't need, when you see something really cool, go home, wait for 24 hours to think if you really need it, then go back. Why am I saying this? Every time when we see something in the first impression, within 24 hours, we find that you don't need it, or it will not become any attractive. It will not become attractive anymore. So, Have you ever walked into a shop and you saw something and you're like, wow, this is amazing, I need it. You buy it immediately. It was not even in your budget for the month, so you buy it. Then when you go home, you sleep, then tomorrow you're like, why did I buy this thing? I really don't need it. If you want to prove this theory, look around your house. How many things have you bought that you've never even used them? How many dresses have you bought that actually don't even fit you? For the gentlemen, how many gadgets have you bought that you don't even use them? Or how many designer attires you've bought or shoes that you don't even need? That right there is a bad money habit. And how you can break such a bad money habit is when you see something good, go home, sleep over it, wait, and the following day think if you really need it. So if I've seen something in a shop, let's say today it's at 1 p.m. I've seen it, I'll go home, I'll not buy it immediately. I have seen it, it's fine, I'll go home, then think about it and sleep about it, then make a decision tomorrow at 1 p.m. Most of the time you find that when you think about it, it's like honestly you'll find that you really don't need it. So at least don't be that person who sees and buys immediately. Go home, think over it, discuss with others about it, try to find out if there are other alternative places you can get it cheaply. Remember, what did I want to say? Remember, if you've bought a cloth in let's say in a high-end shop, a shirt, and I buy it in a low-end shop, most of the time the quality is usually same. It's only that the high-end shop could be selling you their service. So look around. Most of the things you want, they are usually available in other places at a more affordable price. And the last one, I know you've really spent a lot of time. The last way you can break a bad money habit, especially for those who are who like to bury their head in the sand, those who have the head in the sand mentality, is read. Read, watch videos about money management, visit our Facebook page, Financial Wellness Center. We always post something about financial education. Visit our YouTube channel, Financial Wellness with Sheila Mboga. I always do videos on money management. Get to learn. Nobody died because of reading a book. Nobody died because of watching an educational video. Nobody died. So equip yourself. Sometimes make a sacrifice. Instead of going to buy a whole chicken and you're one person, how about you buy one book? Seriously, sacrifice at least. Make it a habit once in a month. At least once in a month, if I'll sacrifice, I'll not buy a whole chicken. Instead, I'll buy a book. Or you can say once in 3 months, I'm not going. One way of paying myself rewarding myself is, instead of going for a vacation, I will attend a conference. I will attend a financial WhatsApp class. I will attend a seminar. Acquire knowledge. Educate yourself about money management. There are a lot of books, a lot, that can teach you. There are people like us. Sometimes take time, like look for financial consultants, look for financial educators, consult with them. Instead of buying that shoe for maybe $30 or maybe $50, and you already have 50 pairs of shoes in your house, why don't you spend that $50 to sit down with a financial planner? Why don't you spend that money to consult with a financial consultant who can guide you on the investments you need to be taking advantage of? Let us invest in ourselves. Let us educate ourselves. Remember, um, getting a partner will not be a solution to your bad money habits. Actually, as our admins always tell us, whichever habit somebody has while they are in their singlehood, chances are high, if they are bad habits, they'll carry them into marriage. Now, if you have a bad money habit, for example, like you don't like to take responsibility, you will carry it to your partner. Imagine if again your partner has the same. That will be a full-blown case. Like it will be a very terrible situation, and we don't want that. So equip yourself, learn as many books as possible, consult with us. We are here to help you. We are here to guide you. We are here to make you become what God has purposed you to be. Another thing I just wanted to say is that always ensure that you pay your credit card the full balance every month. We have been sold to this advertisement like you need to make minimum balance on your credit card and it's okay. It is not okay, my dear. It is not okay. That is a risk you're taking. This is because when you just keep on making if you keep on paying minimum balances on your credit card, that doesn't reduce the interest rate. So you still end up paying a lot of money in terms of interest, which you could have reduced by ensuring you pay full balances on it. Example, if I'm going to buy let me take a book. Let's say if I'm going to buy this book using my notebook. If I'm going to buy this notebook using my credit card and it costs like, let's say, $50. The thing is, once I buy it using my credit card, I will ensure within the next 24 hours I've paid that $50 immediately. I will not wait until end of the month to make my minimum balance, because immediately you wait till the end of the month, the interest will count itself. Remember, a credit card is a system, and you have to find a way to be smarter than the system. And one way to be smarter than the system is ensure you make full payments on your credit cards. Don't go into the minimum balance payment. It will still increase your length of repaying that credit card. So with those tips, the last one will be learn to bundle your temptation with your procrastination. So let's say these are for people who like to buy things every now and then, impulse buyers. What this means is that if you intermarry your temptation with your procrastination, it means that if I am tempted to buy an iPhone, right, and I always procrastinate going to the gym, what will I do? I will say, every time I'm going to the gym, I am going to set aside some money towards my iPhone purchase. So every day I'm going to the gym, I'm deducting, if it's $100 every time I go to the gym. Another thing is that if you let's say if you like to eat junk, you will tell yourself, every time I go to the gym, I'm eating junk once in a week. That way you'll be able to break bad money habits. So with all that said, I believe as a single person, you are going to put them into application, and you are going to become that great steward that God has made you to be. I will be taking questions for the next 3 minutes, because I would like this session to end. We've spent almost more than 1 hour now. So if you have any question, please post it right now. I'll try my best to take like 3 questions or 4. Again, if you will have any further questions you would want me to answer you, feel free to reach out to me through my inbox, or you can visit our Facebook page, Financial Wellness Center, where you can You can ask us as many questions as you want, and we can be able to guide you accordingly. So all of you, you've really shown me so much love. I love you all. I really love you all for the support. If you have any question, please ask right now. Nduta Murigi, you are saying, I have a question about using credit card to build a credit history for the purpose of borrowing in the future. Yes, it's very important to build your credit history for future borrowing. Remember, there's this thing called a credit score, especially to those of us who are abroad, who are in countries that really value credit score, especially the US. United States, they really value one's credit score. I believe in Africa we are slowly embracing that, and it's a matter of time it will catch up. So to answer your question, Duta, it's important for you to acquire a credit card or acquire at least a bank loan. But for credit card, as I said, always ensure you make full payments on it. Always ensure that, because the trick with the credit card is that they get you at the interest. I would also encourage all of us to please visit Financial Wellness Center. 2 days ago, I did a live session on the surest way to bankruptcy, and one of them was mismanagement of a credit card. Please, Nduta, I would encourage you to watch that live session, as I tackled deeply on credit card and its dynamics. So it's important for you, if you can acquire a credit card, please do, but ensure you are making full payments on every purchase you make. That way it will help you avoid having very high interest accumulated that will cost you years to clear it off. So remember, we are trying to boost our credit score on one side, and we're also trying to avoid paying very high interests. And one way is that make it a habit to repay, to make full credit card payments every time you spend it. Please ask your questions. Ask your question. I'm here for you. I'm here to answer your questions. And I really want to thank each of you that have joined in, to those that have tagged their friends, those that have tagged the potential partners, those that have tagged their crushes. I am so proud of you. And to the founders of the group, Miss Akelo and Mr. Diane, I really thank you for giving us such an amazing platform. A platform that is going to transform us, transform our generations, and of course bring kingdom, men and women into the society. I really like most of your comments. Shali, you are saying, if you can't afford it, don't borrow to get it. That's the goal. That's the thing. If you cannot afford it, it's okay. Remember, nobody died because of not affording, but people have died because of debt. People have died, have got depression because they found themselves in debts they cannot even afford to repay back. People have gotten blood pressure because they have been declared bankrupt just because they wanted to look rich, yet they are not rich. I think if you have any question, please keep them coming. I really love your feedback, all of you. Your feedbacks are so amazing. We are learning. We are becoming empowered single ladies and gentlemen. So ask your question. If you have any question about money management or how you can break a certain money habit, feel free to post it now. We shall be here to answer to you. Yeah, Beatrice, you're saying spending money to impress others, using a husband as my financial breakthrough. Yes, and actually let me touch on that. To those of you who eat other people's fare, these are maybe ladies and gentlemen, if you're a man or if you're a woman that you are preying on other people to eat their fare, it is very, very bad. That is a very bad habit you're putting yourself in, and it is going to go a long way with you. And if you are a real believer, if you are a believer of God, trust me, these are things you can't do. As a believer, your integrity is very important. And I always ask a person, if you're going to meet your potential business partner or your potential client, do you tell them to send you fare? Most of the time, no. You go to them. And it's the same. If you want to know someone and you've agreed you want to meet, then make it a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice for both sides. So stop eating other people's fare. Stop eating other people's money. Free things are not good. They will cost you. And remember, our actions today, they are actually one of the legal grounds the devil will use to attack you. You might think it's a simple thing. You might think like eating that 50 bob is a simple thing. But that is one thing the devil will use as a legal ground to really attack you. And just to say, when it comes to matters of spirituality, there is a whole legal process when it comes to the spiritual realm. And if the devil finds any legal opportunity or ground to use it, trust me, he won't spare you. He will go to God and say, you see what? He claims to be your daughter. He claims to be your son. But he coerced somebody and ate their fare and didn't show up. Then what will God do? He'll say, okay, then you can. So as we become spiritually empowered, let us also become socially important people, or socially empowered. If you don't want to meet somebody, tell them right away, I'll not meet you. If you don't want to engage with someone on certain things, don't eat their money, don't eat any of their gifts, return it to them. I think there are no more questions. I handled the chain. Remember to post your question in English only. As I started this live session, I encourage us that we are people of different nationalities in the group, and it will be very, very kind of you to post your question, to post your comment in English, as that will be able to help other people understand what you are saying. So with all those that have joined us, I really want to appreciate you and thank you so much for your time. I love you all and I want us to really become better. That is my joy. If I see you inviting me to do the paperwork for your real estate, if you're inviting me to help you learn how you can invest in money markets or in stock markets or in commodities, that is my joy, because I know we are taking over the economy. Remember, people with no voice in the economy, they can't do much. You can be very anointed, you can be spirit-filled, but if you do not have the economic empowerment, you can't go far. So keep on becoming a better single and saved member. Keep on learning. Keep on breaking those bad money habits. And if you need help, we are here to help you. Post your problems, post your habits, and we can walk with you. So until then, God bless you all. Stay safe and stay safe. Keep on sanitizing, and most of all, let's keep praying. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.